Okay, glory, glory to the eternal, forever living God. Peace and blessings be upon your day. My brothers and sisters, I'm up early this morning time to the glory of my God this morning time. Grateful for all things. Grateful for the life that he has given me. Grateful for the shortcomings. Grateful for the follies. Grateful for any setbacks. For all these things that has happened to us in our lives is made to better us, to improve us in our journey. While we journey down here upon this earth, looking out for the visions of our God to strengthen us, to make us greater men and to make us greater women, just on the problems that we might face in this life. Now, in this morning time, my family, we're going to be talking about, I'm going to just minister and I'm going to preach over users and abusers. And as I go down this list on all these different behaviors of people, I want you to look at your life. I want you to look at the people that you allow to come into your inner circle. And I'm sorry for the light. And I caught on a light, but that's not real light right there. So you can't really make my face out like that. My bad. But getting back on topic, for the people that you surround, that you let come into your inner circle, that you call to be friends, it's okay to cut people off. A lot of people, they think that by being a believer of Christ, that they was put on this earth to be used, to be manipulated, to be abused, to be trodden down underfoot their whole capacity of their life. And that's just not the case. God let you come around certain people so you can learn their behavior. And as you see, some of these people are like the wind. They blow to the east, to the west, to the south, to the north, never to be seen again. For some people are in your life for only a season. Everything that happens in this life is full circle. It just goes around in the clock. It goes around. Did you learn? Did you learn? Did you pick something up? Did you pick something up that day? Okay, how am I running on my time? Oh, my whole phone turned off. That's all right. I probably got like 10 minutes. I'm all right. So remember, I'm preaching over manipulator people, covetous people. Hopefully I have enough time to go down through this whole list, but I want you to separate yourselves from these people that's in your family. It's okay. You could cut them off. A lot of people, they take abuse and they be used by people in their family. Don't get me wrong. God put your family here for a certain purpose of a reason, for you to be helped by them and them to be helped by you. But as you could see, they can only take out of your pot. They don't want to put nothing inside of your soup so you can stir, so we can eat all. Now, I know that my cup, it runneth over, and God, he replenishes my cup. But when I pour into people, if they're not willing to return the same favor and pour back into me, whatever it might be, I got 10 minutes. Whatever, to pour back into my vessel, to pour back into my cup, the people that I allow to come around me, they got to be able to pour into me. Just as I pour into them, they just can't constantly be taken from me. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, they tell you what you want to hear alone, to use, to manipulation tactics to use you or to get what they want. This is how people act. These are the attitudes that's in the world. Some people, they grow up just using people. They grow up abusing people, and the damn shame is they grow up using their friends and their family. This is why I say it is okay to separate yourself from some people, because they themselves, they will never learn and they will only use. Okay, so let's go back. They tell you what you want to hear alone, to use, to manipulation tactics to use you or to get what they want. They avoid responsibilities. They lie, shifting the blame and denying of events. So they themselves, they're always lying. They'll always sit up there and they'll shift the blame to somebody. Y'all are going to certain events and you'll be right there with that person, and they still will deny the events that happen because they want to avoid the responsibility. Covetous people, manipulating people, they never want to take blame for their follies, the things that they do wrong. The bad stuff that happened, their mistakes that they have, they will always shift the blame. They will always be lying. They persistent in their lying. They deny events, Meaning that you and that person can go through something and you can see it one way, and then they'll tell a lie saying it happened another way. Take these people out of your life. Okay. They make the victim question their own reality of judgment. They play the victim when it benefits them. So when something goes wrong to somebody, they'll sit up there and they'll hit them with all this questioning, making them feel as if they're the damn criminal. These are the same people that we allow to come into our homes, to be around our children, to call on the telephone, that we sit up here and we do favors for these people, and all they are manipulative people, or covetous people who want the things that you want. Either it be your personality, either it be your possessions, either it be your husband, either it be your wife, or the relationships that you have. Okay, they cover up their own wrongdoing. They're blameless. You can never see these people as being wrong in anything, because they'll always shift. They'll always turn it around. They'll always do something to shift the blame off their own self onto somebody else. Me, I'm a man, family. I feel that every man has to take accountability to whatever he does. And if I can't be accountable for the things that I do, I'll never learn the lesson. So your brother Israel, I'll be the first one to tell you when I'm wrong. And then I have a sincere guilt in my heart to bring these things to you so I can get some repentance and I can be redeemed in your eyes, because I don't want you looking at me as a liar, as a cheater, as an abuser, as a covetous person, or a manipulator. That's why it's so easy for me to admit the wrongs. A manipulator person, a covetous person will never admit when they are wrong or they have done some wrong. Okay. They speak in half truths so that their words can sound believable. So a covetous person will never tell you a full truth. They just like the devil. The devil cannot tell you a full lie. He's going to mix some of that with the truth. So you're getting a partial truth and you're getting a partial lie, but the partial lie is to trick your mind to get you on something so you can fall in, so you can give in to that person. That's why they sitting up over there with their manipulation tactics, not willing to give you the whole truth. Okay. They speak in half truths so that their words can sound believable. They use deception so people don't know what real or false. They play on people emotions. They always play on people emotions, family. But it goes right back to the same again. They deal in false and real reality. So they're not going to tell you the truth. Then they're going to sit up there and they're going to listen to your story, whatever you said, and then they're going to play on your emotions. They sold the seeds of discourse between lovers, friends, family. Let me stop right there. So they always trying to push division in between people. They always trying to push division between lovers, between friends, and between family. That's that same friend that you have, or that same family member that you have that's around you, that's always talking shit on the next person to get you to feel some type of way. Remember, they play on people's emotions. So they hoping that when they say something to you that it has struck a nerve, so it could get you not to like that other person, so it can bring seeds of discourse. Now the same thing, just because it's a friend don't mean they won't sow the seeds of discourse. Just because it's a friend, just because it's a family member, does not mean that they will not sow the seeds of discourse. Okay, they gossip in secret, planting seeds of discourse while pretending to be innocent. So the whole time they sitting over there planting all them seeds of discourse, they're trying to act like they innocent, like, oh, well, I didn't do it. Well, I don't know what's going on. Well, I ain't have nothing to do with it. And the whole time they had every single thing to do with it. Okay, do I gotta log on? Yeah, I gotta log on. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna wrap this up. We almost finished here. I'm gonna let that program up real quick so I can log on. Okay, they gospel in secret, planting seeds of discourse while pretending to be innocent. They hide the true intentions well. Their words and actions are never the same. And this is how you mark them out. They say one thing, but they do the opposite. They tell you that they gonna do something for you, but then they do the opposite. So watch all these people, because they're manipulators. they're covetous people. Okay, they use God goodness as a disguise. So they're like wolves in sheep clothing. They'll sit up here and talk all that good about God just to get closer to you, to use them. They use God goodness as a disguise, like a wolf in sheep clothing, to come closer to you. Okay, they only care about what benefits them. They will help if they themselves get something out of it. So the same people, you know them, family. You know these people. They're in your family. They're your friends. You know them. They're your neighbors. They're your cousins. They're your first and second cousins. They people that you know. And you know damn well, just like I know, the only time that you can get them people to come around you if something is going to benefit them. If they could get something out. Oh, cousin, I'll take you down there if you give me $15 in gas. If they was your real family, they not going to be asking you for no damn gas money. They're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, cousin. Oh, I came up short. I only need 25 so I could get the kids groceries. They're not going to be sitting up here hounding you about that $25. They're going to wash it right under the bridge. They're going to sweep it right under the rug. Why is that? Because they love you and they value you and they honor you. These are the people that you want to have around. Okay, I got 4 more minutes. Okay. Their consensus is harder. They feel nothing for the things that they have done to people. So even though you see these people and the horrible things that they do to other people, they don't even feel nothing about it. So let me ask you, is that somebody you should have in your life? They could send somebody through hell in a windstorm. And they, even though they were foul, they were evil, they were despicable, and they did things that they shouldn't have had did to that other person, they still did it, and they felt nothing about it. They felt no shame. They felt no guilt. There wasn't nothing weighed heavy on their heart about what they did to that other person. Just because I said to you again, just because they're in your family doesn't mean that God doesn't want you to cut them off, okay? They will help if they gain something about it. Okay, their consensus is hardened. They feel nothing for the things that they have done to people. They use people to strive. Okay, they use people to serve the purpose. Then they turn their back on them. Some of these people, they only going to be with you for a little bit of time when they finish using your ass up, because God wanted you to close the door on that relationship. God, he wanted you to lock the door on that relationship and remove yourself. But you didn't want to remove yourself. So when those people are finished using you all the way up, meaning that they can no longer get anything out of you, then they're going to discard you like trash. It doesn't matter that they're your family members. It don't matter that they're your co-workers, they're your associates, they're your neighbors. It don't matter. They have only took it from your cup. They were never willing to pour more into you. They were only willing to take out. Okay, last one. Okay, they use people to serve the purpose, then they turn their back on them. Okay, they convince themselves that their lies are real and true. Pride is like corruption. It weakens the heart. So they lie so much, family, that they start believing the damn lie. Whatever it is that they have said, even though it's a damn lie, even though at one point in their life they looked up and said, oh, this is a damn lie, it doesn't change who they are. So I just want you to be mindful of these people that you let into your inner circle. It is okay to let these people up. Okay, I got to get going. Peace be unto your day. If he be with you, who could stand before you? He that is in you is greater than he that is in the world. In this day, we do all things to the glory of our God. There is nothing impossible for those who believe in God. In this day, family, every weapon forged against you shall not prosper, and every tongue shall be condemned. Glory, glory to the eternal living God.